a lot of courses. So I took around 5, 6. My friend was working on Fiverr at that time and he was like, would you like to jump on this project? And I was like, yeah, sure.
Remarkable entrepreneur who went from being a freelancer to building his own agency using Fiverr.
The output I made was not that good. COVID lockdown came and I was at home and I was like, I have the Fiverr top rated seller badge and I am charging around $100 for the same 1 minute video. I started at $5. Now I'm charging $100.
What would be your suggestion for newcomers when they enter into Fiverr or world of freelancing?
My communication was very poor in the beginning with clients. So
In terms of freelancing, what was your mistakes that you think?
So it's like everyone needs videos these days, okay? Everyone wants to post videos to promote themselves. Talking about Fiverr, when I was at level 2 seller, one thing I did is I purchased their plan.
Welcome to another inspiring episode of Keep Me Inspired podcast. I am your host Shivathmaj and today we have a very special guest with us, Aasil Khan. Aasil Khan is a remarkable entrepreneur who went from being a freelancer to building his own agency using Fiverr. He is specializing in video editing services. Currently, he is making an incredible amount of 10 lakhs per month. Aasil, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot for having me.
So, Aasil, could you please share more details about the beginning of your freelancing journey on Fiverr and what inspired you to start and how did you navigate the initial challenges?
Sure. So I am from Guna, Madhya Pradesh, which is basically a very small town in MP. I did my schooling there, and then after that, I did my bachelor's from VIT Vellore, and I did my bachelor's in multimedia and animation. So that's where I got a hold of Premiere Pro and After Effects. But I don't think it was enough. One of my friend was working on Fiverr at that time, and he was like, "Would you like to jump on this project?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." And the output I made was not that good, but I really liked working on the project, and I was like, I think I can be really good at it. So after that, COVID lockdown came, and I was at home, and I was like, instead of wasting this time, let me just learn more. And I took some online courses on Premiere Pro, After Effects, plus basically the whole Adobe suite. So I was learning Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, and After Effects. And at the same time, I got went to Fiverr and created my first gig, which is I'll do professional video editing, and I published it right away. But I did not get any clients, so I continued to studying, and I was learning around four new softwares almost. So it took some time, and After Effects is a very big software, which
Yeah.
I don't think I have mastered it till now also. So yeah, it was a good learning process. And after 2 months, suddenly I didn't do anything on the Fiverr profile in the time being. After 2 months, I got my first client. He was from Europe and he needed a 1 minute video. And at that time, I was charging $5 for it. So I gave him some more discount on it, and I was like, I can give you a little discount, and I'll do it in 3 hours. I completed it within 3 hours. He had one small revision, and then he left a 5-star review, and I think that's when it's really started to pick it up. And after that, I started getting a lot more orders. Every other day I would get a request, and so I started working more and more. First month, I earned $20, which was a huge amount for me, given that I was in a very small town, and like 2 to 3 thousand rupees is a lot of money. So I was very happy. I was like, there is more potential to grow on this platform. And that's when I started learning more. I went to YouTube, saw some more tutorials, added those effects, transitions, etc. in the video to see how the client would react. And usually the client would love it. And that's how I started getting more and more 5-star reviews, more and more orders. And I started raising my prices slowly. And fast forward to today, I have the Fiverr top rated seller badge, and I am charging around $100 for the same 1 minute video. I started at $5. Now I'm charging $100. And yeah, it's been a really good journey. I have transitioned from freelancing alone for 2, 3 years to now working with a big team of 8 people, and we are planning to expand more and get more people in the team. Yeah.
Yeah, coming back to this, like I will come back to the question of how you started making such a big amount and how you grew to this level. But initially, you have said that you didn't get the clients once you started, like once you created that gig on Fiverr. So
Yeah.
after 2 months, what different happened that you got your first order? Did you change something, or it took time and you then got the client?
Correct. No, I didn't change anything, but basically it's like Fiverr's algorithm takes some time for you to like show up ahead. So it won't happen right away. Usually it takes like, even if I make a new gig right now, it will take around 1 2 months to start showing on the platform. Okay. And that's when, if you go to your analytics, that's when you'll see that there are some impressions, right? And it was just that I was able to I mean, convert those impressions to a client, right? I mean, to a sale. And I think it was because of I provided him a discount. I completed it really fast. And once you have few 5-star reviews, your profile starts to go up. And if you keep delivering, you have return buyers. People are happy with your services. Fiverr will promote your profile more because they are also earning from it, right? If
Yes.
you earn, they earn. So it's like if you keep doing good work, you'll start getting a lot more.
And like, what were the resources you gone through to learn your video editing? Like, can you refer the resources you went through? Is it Udemy or
Yeah.
something?
Correct. So I took around 4 5 courses on Udemy. I don't remember the name of the instructor. I think it was Daniel Scott.
Yeah,
I'm not very sure, but I think we can add the link in your description. But
yeah.
yeah, I don't remember the exact courses, but I took a lot of courses. So I took around 5 6. It was 500 rupees. Udemy has 500 rupees courses, right? So I went there and I purchased it in bulk. I was like, I'll take 7 8. I mean, that was my motivation to do something else instead of just wasting time in lockdown. So yeah, I think, and that paid off really well.
Yeah, when I personally started Fiverr, I went with, since I in the lockdown, in the free time, I wrote my own book, and after writing that book, I understood how to write a complete book from 0 to 100 pages. It was not the era of chat gpt, so you can write
Yeah.
it with one prompt. So I started selling all the services on Fiverr, like book writing, book editing, then video editing, graphic designing, everything. I was not at one specific niche, and I think that was one big mistake, that I didn't grow after that to a huge level. Then I understood the importance of niching down. So I just wanted to know from you that how did you went all in into video editing, and what would be your suggestion for newcomers when they enter into Fiverr or in the world of video, in the world of freelancing?
Okay, correct. So I won't suggest offering a lot of varieties of skills in the starting. So for example, I was good at graphic design too, but I did not publish a graphic design gig and a video editing gig. I just published one video editing gig. And then after that, when I grew to level 2 seller, I was like, I can expand it more. Then I started niching down. So I added wedding videos, travel vlogs, and what is the other gig? Real estate videos. Yeah. So yeah, these were the three gigs I offered. I did not go out of the video editing category, right? I was like, if you run in all directions, you won't make any progress. So it's better you have one general gig and then you can niche down from there.
So, what would be your advice for someone? In other words, I want a clear roadmap from you, from anyone watching this, who can go from zero to making a good amount of money on any freelancing platform, or directly through networking or anything.
If I personally had to start again right now, and let's say I have learned Premiere Pro and After Effects, I have basic or intermediate video editing skills. This is how I will do it. I would create sample for, let's say, Ishan Sharma. Okay. I'll go to his YouTube channel, download his video, create a sample for him, 1 minute sample showing all my skills. That if you work with me, this is what I can deliver. And I will start sending mails tailored to specific people. And it's not about sending 5 10 mails. I'll start sending hundreds and thousands of mails every day. Every day I'll try to send around 20, 30 mails. Okay. And maybe people won't open it, or maybe they will. So let's say if someone sends you a video of yourself which is really good, it's very engaging and is tailored to the market right now, right? You'll open the mail, you'll be like, oh, I like the skills, how much you're charging, right? That's what anyone will do. If you deliver good, people will like to work with you. That's the first thing I would do. Once I have couple of clients outside of the freelance platform, I would ask them if they'll be I have worked with you, if you'll be able to give me a review on Fiverr, or maybe start working with me on Fiverr. Once they do that and I start getting more reviews, and once Fiverr sees that you're able to bring clients yourself, they'll start promoting and you'll get a lot more clients. So this is how I would start.
Okay, that's a great thing. Even currently, I am also making samples. Even I am in the same category as yours. I am a video editor. But there are
Yeah,
some people who make you do samples and then they ignore you, or they will take your sample and never respond you back. Even such bad experiences I had gone through recently.
correct.
Uh,
Yeah, yeah.
so what do
So
you
I
do in
think,
such case?
I mean, in the starting, you are just asking them to work with you, right? You are not looking for money in the starting. Okay. I think once you have good enough skill, money will start coming in. So once you start providing value, money will start coming in. Okay. But in the beginning, I would suggest that you look more towards making good videos, something which helps the client. Okay. If you make a video for a client which helps them scale their business more, they would want to work with you. Okay, instead of just maybe you get a project and you are like, yeah, I'll just complete it and get the money. Instead of that, try to go that extra steps so that you can help the client, make them happy. And once you have that mentality, you'll start to grow in no time.
Okay, yeah, that's a good one. I think even they will become a retainer client if you do like that.
Correct. Yeah. So 50% of my current revenue comes from repeat buyers. So it's like everyone needs videos these days. Okay. Everyone wants to post videos to promote themselves. Right. So if you do good work, and people who have an Instagram page and they want to promote their videos, promote their content, they would need content every other week, every other day. So if you do good work, you'll keep getting more, and then you can ask those people to refer to similar clients, and you already have the proof of work that you have done for them. You can send that to other clients and be like, this is my work, would you be interested? And maybe start charging more, increase your price, and then offer the same service, and that's how you'll keep growing.
Okay, and I had one personal question to ask from you, and
Yeah.
I am fine with sharing that in the podcast as well. So I am currently a level two seller on Fiverr, and most of my 5-star ratings are not from video editing. I just have 40 video editing services done on Fiverr, and all the
Okay.
other reviews were from book editing services. So currently,
Okay.
I niche it down and I am focusing on video editing things. So
Hmm.
from level two, how would you suggest me if I follow these things? I will reach to some other level in coming 90 days. I want to take up this challenge. Whatever I just hear from you, I just don't want to make others feel good and feel myself good. I just want to follow that
Yeah.
for next 90 days, so that when in
Right.
future, if you are starting some course, you will have a live testimony.
Correct. Okay, that's good. So, talking about Fiverr, when I was at level two seller, one thing I did is I purchased their seller plus plan. Okay,
Okay.
so what that would do is they'll assign you a success manager,
Yeah, I think
and
it's $40 per month.
correct. It's
Okay.
$25 per month approx, I guess. Okay, but that's, think of it as an investment, and the success manager knows how the algorithm works.
Got
Okay,
it.
and they'll also look at your gigs, and they also have tools which show them which keywords are not working for him, what's working for him, and they'll guide you. That's the one thing. I did the same thing after level two seller. I purchased Seller Plus. Second advantage of that is that your funds are cleared in 7 days. So it
Wow.
will help you maintain. more cash flow. And once you start getting more orders, if you have enough traffic, I would suggest to delegate it, so that you can complete the deliveries faster. It will help you get more clients, right?
Yes.
And once you start getting more, increase your prices. If you're still getting clients, increase it more, and that's how you slowly grow. But I think delegation is the next step after level 2 seller. If I was at level 2 right now, I would start to delegate, and that's the time when I started delegating to more people. I had two more editors, and I was they were sending me the projects. I was just going through it once and then forwarding it to the client. This helped me fast forward the process. And after you have, I don't particularly remember the top rated seller requirements right now, but I think
$10,000 plus a rating of 4.7 plus stars, and no cancellation and no warnings on your account currently.
correct. And even after that, the Fiverr team personally reviews your account to see how your performance has been. So it's not easy. And if you have Seller Plus, it helps you and it gives you a boost above everyone else.
Okay, and okay, I will follow these tips for the coming 90 days from the time I post this podcast on my YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I will let you know the result at the end of 90 days.
Yeah, surely, man. It will work 100%.
Thank you so much for this advice. And okay, one more thing I wanted to share. Like currently, I'm a software engineer in a company.
Okay.
So I like you. I didn't had a clear vision in my life in the start that I want to do this particular thing for the rest of my life or anything. I always wanted to experiment, and taking some people's suggestion, I just entered into college, and I completed my 4 years of BTech. And I think
Yeah.
even you have got such suggestions, but I think you chose to follow
Yeah.
your passion.
Yeah. I mean, I was not thinking clearly at that time, to be honest. I was more like go with the flow and then we'll see. And that's how I reached here. Yeah.
So go with the flow. You went to BS in like editing, all these things, multimedia.
So, yeah, my sisters did their degrees from VIT Vellore and they knew the college was good. And at that time only, they started this new basically course of multimedia and animation, and it was a growing field. So I decided to take it.
How long is the course duration?
It's a 3 year program. It's
Okay.
BSc with multimedia and animation.
Got it. Okay, so I did 4 year of engineering in software in computer science and engineering. After that, I am currently working in a job, and then I am doing this freelancing as a hobby on Fiverr. So among all my services, I like do I think you watched Magnet Media and Vox videos. I really like such documentary kind of video. So in order to learn that, I for 1 month I dedicated my time for Premiere Pro, and now recently started experimenting with After Effects. So I removed all my unwanted gigs and focused only on video editing currently. Where do you see this industry in the coming 5 to 10 years? And do you see any scope for freelancers to focus on this completely, or they have to find a better job? What is your suggestion?
I won't suggest anyone to just go in the industry just because it's booming. You should have an interest for it, because after some time it becomes repetitive. So you have to do the same things over and over again. And if you don't have an interest for it, it won't work out. Okay. And I think this industry right now is booming for the 5-10 years, hopefully, because all the companies are using videos for marketing, and then we are going to that whole AR VR thing, which will also use videos for that, the Apple Vision Pro, right, which is also kind of form of a video, and then you integrate it with AR VR, and then AI technologies. So I think what AI is doing is making easier for people to make content. Even the editing process, now you have AI plugins for Premiere Pro, which it does the job, you
Yeah,
know
most of the
so
job.
So if you are, let's say, a mediocre editor, we used to do this work before, just removing the blank spaces, removing the cuts, then AI will definitely eat your job. So what it's about that human element, that storytelling part, which clip should come first, what should come second, that part of thing which the computer can't do right now. Is it comes from your personal experience. If you give the same, for example, if I give a same edit to eight of my editors in the team, right? All eight of them will create a different output
Got it.
because yeah, that's just it comes with experience. It comes with how they think about the project. So yeah, I think that part of it is not something that AI can replace right now. It's just the repetitive tasks, basically just removing the cuts, or now it can do a lot of things. For example, for podcast, it can create multicam sequence and it can remove all the gaps. It can zoom in, zoom out. So yeah, it's always advancing, but I think you should also advance with it.
Okay. So what would your daily routine look like?
So right now is very chill. So right now I have found out a way to delegate, create systems, and not work much. I can work whenever I want and how much I want. There's no restrictions as such, right? I just have to assign projects and just submit it. So that's the life I have created now. But 1 2 years back, this was not the case. I used to work for 10 12 hours irrespective of what was happening. It was a festival. I don't care. I'll work. So that was the situation 1 2 years back. I was working 10 to 12 hours every single day, just editing videos. And I think that's why I'm sitting here giving this interview because I worked really hard for those 2 years.
Yeah, that's true. And I think for foreign clients, you will have to stay up very late in order to get their
Correct.
gigs.
Yeah, and another thing was that I used to. Most of my clientele is US clients, okay, and it's almost 12 hours apart. When I used to, I was like, I'm going to bed, and they'll be like, but we just need this one change, and I could have been like, yeah, I'll see that tomorrow, but it's like I stayed up and I completed it, and that's just a plus point.
Yeah, those small things made a big difference in the
Correct. Yeah.
relationship of you and your client.
Correct. Yeah.
So you said right, you like made up systems. Can you suggest how, from being a freelancer, after putting in all hard works, like how did you get those knowledge and how did you delegate things? Because I am personally trying to do it myself.
Correct. So yeah, after working for 1 2 years, I hit a peak. Okay, the peak was 2.5 lakhs when I was working alone. That's a lot of money for anyone, right?
Exactly.
But I wanted to grow more, and I was not able to. I'll try to work 13 14 hours, but I would generate at the end of the month same revenue. Okay, so I didn't know what was going on, but that's when I started reading more and more books, and I think that's what helped me. I read Almanac of Naval Ravikant, Psychology of Money, so more of finance, philosophy, business, because I didn't have this knowledge before. And basically, a simple book like Atomic Habits, which is very popular right now, right? It teaches
Hmm.
you how to create systems, how to stack habits, right? So that you can make your life easier, make your work life easier. So I think it's that knowledge that I got from these books which helped me create these systems. So it's basically very simple. Right now, so at the end of the day, I'll write 3 points that I have to, basically a to-do list of what I have to do tomorrow, right? And it doesn't have to be a lot of things. I can't just scale my team from 8 to 16 in a day. So it's just small thing. Maybe it can be 1 point. Look for applicants or post a job, right? So it's like daily growth which adds up, which compounds to more in the long term. And regarding creating systems, for example, right now, there's a video software called Loom.
Ah,
Okay,
Loom,
so
yeah.
when someone we hire someone new, instead of me getting on a meeting with them and explaining them same thing again which I have explained to eight editors already, instead of that I record the same thing once and then just send them the videos that this is the process and this is how we work in the company. And if you have any questions, let me know. Instead of getting on a meeting again and going through the whole process again, I just try to create systems so it's much easier for me and for them.
Yeah, that's a great way to look at it. So it took a while for you to scale from all the hard work late night to creating a kind of sustainable life. I
Correct,
think
correct. I
I
agree.
think people for the initial years they choose comfort over struggle, and you chose
Correct.
struggle over comfort so that you can live the rest of your life as comfort.
Correct. And I didn't know कि it will have results immediately or will it have results after a long time, right? I was just focused on working, delivering good output, okay? And that's how I started getting, I saw that people really like this. If you don't have an intention to like just get the money, if you try to solve their problem instead of thinking about money, it's surprising that more money starts to come in. Okay, so that's just one thing I have learned. Instead of running behind money, if you try to solve problems that people have, you'll get a lot more money.
Okay, even I need to change my mindset in that area because I think when you see a small amount of money that they are willing to put, even in the groups where they will say we need a video editor and a lot of people, I will do it for 10, like Sabzi Mandi, where
Yeah,
people say I will do it for cheaper than him. I think focusing on
yeah,
quality is more important than that.
correct. And what people say is they see the flashy titles. For example, everyone saw that this video editor makes 10 lakh per month,
Exactly.
right? But no one knows the struggle behind it. You can't, maybe someone got inspired from it and they were thinking, next day I'll just go and start making a lot of money. No, it doesn't work like that. You won't get any output. You would have to put in a lot of efforts every single day and it will compound after some time, and then that's when you'll start getting results.
Yeah, and me personally exactly know what kind of struggle you might have gone through Fiverr in the initial years because even I had late nights and late orders, all the pains. So
Yeah, correct.
only shiny stuff people will see.
Correct. And it's not like I didn't have bad reviews or I didn't have auto cancellation. It's all part of the journey. You can't make everyone happy. So I had few clients who are not happy. I gave them a refund, but that was there because I was like, if you're not happy with the product, I'll be happy to give you a refund. Right. And that does affect how where you show on the Fiverr search algorithm. But despite of that, my main thing was to make people happy, to solve their problem. If I'm not solving their problem, I don't want that money.
Oh, you have a really good, strong work ethic.
Yeah, it's just about working like that. And I think that's the main reason I'm here, because I was also getting late. I was also getting late orders and cancellations. Couple of bad reviews, if I'm right. But it was like even if I got late, I'll try to communicate to the client beforehand, maybe 1 or 2 days before. I'll be like, I have too much workload. I have too much on my plate right now. Would it be possible to get one more day? Right? And most people just allow. It's like if you communicate properly, they'll allow. It's okay.
So
Yeah.
one is a communication barrier will be there.
Correct. For Indian clients, I think that is a big issue. And if you want to be a global freelancer, I think communication is something which you need to be on top of. Read more books, see more podcasts, and install apps like Grammarly who can write for you. Or maybe if you have some issues writing, install apps like that. But yeah, slowly, I don't think I still don't think I have very good English, right? But I think it comes with time where you're able to communicate with clients. Slowly it comes with experience. I mean, a book will only teach you so much, but your first client meeting where you discuss things with him will teach you a lot more.
So when you are a kind of intermediate person in video editing, let's say, when your client has like so many like higher expectation, which is not in your skill range, do you tell them honestly that you don't have the required skills, or would you challenge yourself and up your game? How do you go about this?
if it's completely out of my skill zone, so for example, they are like, sometimes I do get such requests where they'll be sitting like this, lighting is not good, too much noise is there, and they'll be like, rotoscope it, move it here and there, do this. And I'll be like, I can't do that. That's not possible. And if you find someone else, that's good, but I can't do it. And I think my portfolio is a good example of works that I do. And whenever someone reaches out, I do show them my portfolio, that this is the quality of work you will be getting. Are we on the same page?
Okay, yeah, that's even I saw your portfolio. It was really impressive, to be very honest. Even you mentioned the usage of GIFs. I noticed my portfolio, which was not even moving, and your portfolio is like shining everywhere.
Yeah, and surprisingly, this tip was told to me by my success manager.
Wow.
So it's like people think of all this as extra waste. Why would you like to pay so much money to Fiverr? They're already taking 20%, right? People think of it like that instead of think of it as an investment, because you can have a success manager meeting every month, every 15 days, and they can go
Okay.
through everything and let you know what works.
Okay, that's a really interesting thing. Even personally, I thought like it's just one more way of Fiverr to make money. So even though I had the opportunity, I didn't use that. But I used promoted gigs, and that got me some lead as well.
Yeah.
So coming to one more thing, I wanted to know different client acquisition strategy of yours.
Okay. First of all, main is Fiverr. And
Okay.
right now, because of the top rated seller badge and so many reviews, we get leads every single day. We say no to some. I mean, we have the privilege now to like select the client we want, right? We don't have
Yeah.
to accept everything. So that's one. Second is we do email outreach every week. So basically, we create a lead list. How we create a lead list, for example, let's say you are targeting small YouTubers who are just getting started, right?
Yes.
Go to YouTube search and search for the channel, the niche, maybe it's real estate, and then filter it out, put 500 to 1000 subscribers and see if they are posting regularly. Okay, create a real estate sample and write a cold email. Cold email will be with their name, hi dash dash dash, and something you liked about their channel. I saw this video and I think this was really good, something like that. And then a problem you saw, maybe they're not getting any views, and I provide video editing services. My work is attached. Would you be interested to get on a call? It's that simple. Start sending those mails in bulk. Maybe send 100, 200, 300 mails, and then you'll start getting replies soon. The second
So,
thing,
do you make sample videos in that, or just send
no,
them?
right now we have videos, no? Right now we have
Okay,
videos and case study both.
got it.
Correct. So we just attach that and then send the mail. And
Okay, got it.
usually we get discovery calls very soon. And then after that, don't leave it there. Maybe it went to their spam, right? After 2 days, send a follow up mail. Did you get a chance to see this? As simple as that. A lot of people reply after that. That's second. Third is referrals. We ask our current clients to give us referrals. A lot of traffic comes from there also. So these are the three main right now. Apart from that, recently started my personal brand, Instagram, YouTube, and I've
Yeah.
started to get some leads from there. Yeah.
Even I reached out to you through your personal.
Correct. Yeah, yeah. It's just about putting yourself out there. I also learned this very late. I was very camera conscious. I was like, I don't think I can do it because I had this story to tell from long time. But very recently, I started showing up on camera.
And I think when you have such a good story to tell, you will suddenly blow up very soon.
Hoping for that.
And I'm very lucky enough to have you as a second guest on YouTube to have made a video with you.
Yeah, that's great. I just want to reach out to people because a lot of people don't believe it. People just think there is just one way to work for corporate, organizations, even though you don't like the work, even though the pay is shitty, but that's not the only way. You can make a lot more if you just explore what you like, right? People There are people who are less skillful than you who are making a lot more just because they are taking action. Yeah.
That's the importance of action. Even because of me taking like small action, I was like in my college days, I was able to buy my own bike with the amount of
Correct. Yeah.
Fiverr and outside as well.
Correct. Yeah. So yeah, it's just about taking action, and it compounds to a lot more over time.
So I would also like to know your like your idea on platforms like Contra and other freelancing platform. So like how should one go about it? Should they create their accounts everywhere, or should they stick to one platform? And if they create a profile and they don't get conversion, they most
Yeah.
of them will lose their interest in few days. You said it will take months, but they will lose their interest in few days. So how do
Correct.
you go about it?
Correct. So, I mean, it's good to not just be dependent on one particular platform. It's good to diversify, but I don't think it's a good idea to like register yourself on 7 to 10 platforms. You won't be able to manage that, right? I
Yes.
think 2, 3 is fine, and if you make good enough profiles on them, you'll start getting leads. What you can do is, after you created your profile, go search same keywords on the search box, right? And then you'll see all the video editing gigs. See, compare, and what's the difference between your profile and the guy who is showing on the first page. I mean, there must be some reason he's showing on the first page and you are not, right?
Yes.
So go and do a complete research. You can even take inspiration from them and then create your own content, add your own elements, and soon you'll start getting. It's just about acting on it, right? And I have read that usually the outcome is delayed. Okay, anything you do, the outcome is usually delayed. For example, you work out, you won't get a body right then and there, right?
Yes.
It takes years to get there, and this is just taking a couple of months. So like try to bring your own traffic if Fiverr is not promoting you in the starting. And once you get some people, it starts to blow up.
That's very true. Once you get the first order, which is the hardest, after that
Yeah.
you will get like more and more orders. The more and more you
Correct.
do
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that brings to the like the end of our show. But before that, I just wanted to know one last thing that you think all of us are making in the world of freelancing, whether it's not only Fiverr or anything. In terms of freelancing, what was your mistakes that you think most of them are making, and what can they do to correct it? Even I will be included in it because I am in Fiverr for almost 2 years and I didn't grow beyond a certain level. Maybe because of
Correct.
my lack of attention into Fiverr, I was focusing everywhere.
Correct. So first is definitely market research. People don't do market research, just create a gig, just leave it there, just like I did. I think I got lucky with the first client, but if you like optimize your clients, I mean, sorry, optimize your profile and then go search for yourself, write the exact keywords, see on which page you are showing up. You might be showing up on 7, 8, 9. See where you are and then try to improve it accordingly and see if you're moving ahead. If you know, go to your analytics page and see if you are showing up somewhere or how many impressions are coming in, right? Do some research, and there is content everywhere. Thousands of people are making videos on YouTube how to get more clients, right? Or how to get your first client. It's
Yes.
all out there. You just have to go. Or you can go to Fiverr search box and see what words are trending right now. There's that option where, for example, you search video editing and it will fill it for you. Video editing for YouTube or Instagram. So those keywords are very important. And apart from that, second thing is a lot of people violate the terms of service of Fiverr because they'll be like, I got this client, why should I pay 20% to Fiverr? I'll just ask them to come out. You'll get your account blocked, right? So, and
Yes.
again, think of it as like if you are outside of Fiverr, you have to do your marketing, you have to manage. Fiverr provides you with a whole dashboard where you can see what is happening. So I think those $20 are worth it at the end of the day. It's the product they have. They are getting you clients. So I think it's fine to like have clients over there. Second is that, and third is that my communication was very poor in the beginning with clients. So sometimes I got late and I won't inform them beforehand, right? And this comes with overtime. But if you have very prompt conversation beforehand in the starting, I think that will help you out a lot.
Okay, that were some great insights. Even I will have to implement those.
That's great.
So finally coming to an end. Thank you so much, Asil, for like accepting my invite and coming here and sharing your valuable insights. Me personally have learned a lot from your journey, and also I tell people to watch Ishan Sharma podcast with you, because there also you shared some points which were not mentioned in this
Yeah.
show. So that's about it, man. Thank you so much for being on
Thanks
this
a
show.
lot for having me. I hope this video helps some people. Yeah.
Yes, it will definitely help a lot of
That's
people.
great, man. Thanks a lot for having me.